모든 경기장 도시형.
All right, so down here at the 3 o'clock position on Terminus, we have our red Protoss player, the guy who stopped Vine's rampage in its tracks. It is Creator from the Team Prime. His opponent at the 6 o'clock position is our blue Protoss player from the Team Old Generation StarCrafters. That is Inca.
Yeah, and it's really interesting, too, to see OGS send out Inca. I mean, they really are counting on Creator.Prime being weak in Protoss versus Protoss. And I would say that's a good assumption to make. I mean, like I mentioned earlier, we haven't seen Creator.Prime used specifically in a lot of Protoss versus Protoss scenarios, although he was sent out last game against Vine. You know, he probably had a pretty specific plan for that. But now he has to play Inca on a map of Inca's choosing in, again, PvP. So I'm really curious to see what build Inca is going to go with. You know, he usually does like to try to trick people. He usually is one of the more craftier players in StarCraft 2 in Korea. So I bet we're going to see something a little bit tricky here.
Well, this is certainly very interesting, though, as he picked another very large map. Of course, they're getting close to the end of the match, and so there's not a ton of maps that are left, but picked another large map, and large maps are A-OK by Creator. But Inca, you mentioned he's a pretty crafty player. We'll see if he has something very specific up his sleeves for this map.
Yep, exactly. So, sending that probe out right now, and, you know, I wouldn't be surprised still to see either of these players fast expand. There's a chance, too, that Inca just might play it straight up. Fast expand builds have been really popular in PvP lately.
And let's see here now, as no real differentiation between these two players' builds at all yet, as they are just powering ahead in their workers now. Looks like Inca has saved himself up another extra chrono boost, as he hasn't dumped that into probes yet. But that's about all that's different.
Yep, pretty much. So kind of waiting for things to get started here. So things like Blink Stalkers tend to be okay on this map, but what really seems to be popular is Colossus play, just because the way that the movement paths are in this map, it's kind of easy to sort of trap your opponent into their little sort of 3-base area with your Colossus army. So that's what you generally see players going for. Although, to be completely honest, I think it's been a little while since I've seen a PvP on this map. And the game is always changing as far as PvP and really all the mirror matchups go specifically. So we could see a wide variety of things.
And looks like Inca actually opening up with a 2-gateway opening. Let's see here. Yeah, a double gateway opening, so he can produce quite a few Stalkers now. That's why he's saving up those Chrono Boosts, put on a little bit of pressure. Creator, on the other hand, going right into producing a Stalker himself, and we'll see what his tech choice is after that. He's already queued up another Stalker, but he's soon to have enough gas for a Robo if he so desires.
Yep, that is true. Could do a lot of things with that, and it is indeed the 2-Stalker, or 3-Stalker opening, rather, from Inca. Yep, so he's going to be chrono boosting those gateways theoretically here.
I would imagine.
In the near future. Yeah. But Creator.Prime saving up some more money for gateways. Okay, there's gateways 2 and 3, so yeah, just playing safe, getting 3 gates, nothing else. Might see him throw down a Robo before the expand, but, you know, like I mentioned earlier, you could pretty much count on him expanding in nearly every matchup.
All right. Well, you're absolutely right. And Twilight Council is coming out. I was worried in that last game. I kind of joked around saying that it was going to be a 75-minute PvP. Well, after that first attack was held, I was like, well, his Creator's expanding, and we may be in for the longest macro PvP you've ever seen.
Yep, I don't know. I don't think Inca's going to let this go to a long game. We'll see. It's you know, he does have a lot of gas saved up here, although that could easily be for a few more Stalkers and Blink as well as a Dark Shrine. But every time Inca puts down Twilight Council, you got to wonder, okay, it is going to be Blink, yep.
Yeah.
I was going to say, yeah, he doesn't have quite that much gas, but
you're right.
It's Inca. It's Inca.
You hit the
he
head.
Loves his DTs.
Yes, you hit the nail on the head. It is Inca, so.
Yep.
All right. Trading blows back and forth. It looks like Inca actually got the first shot. Creator's going to need to back away, especially once the other Stalkers get there. Oh, that Stalker actually getting quite low. Creator retreating back to a pretty good defensive position, but he is indeed expanding, as you mentioned before.
Yep, 3-gate expand, and now instead of a ramp to defend, he's got kind of a wide open area, and the sentries are not going to be quite as effective in this one.
Yeah.
Oh, he does trap a Stalker. Nice force fields from Creator.Prime.
Yeah.
That helps. Every little bit helps.
Every little bit does help, especially because he had that one Stalker so low, but taking one Stalker there puts the really takes the edge off of this push in a bit. Blink is well on the way. There are multiple Stalkers now on the field. And we'll see if Inca can start to get some traction. Does he have a pylon up the front? Yes, he does, but Creator trying to move out a little bit past that.
Oh, he sees it. Gonna need to cancel that pylon. And he does have... Oh, did he put down another one? Nope, not quite yet.
Nope.
Probably will do that soon. 3 more Stalkers on the way now. RoboBay almost done for Creator.Prime, so he could start pumping out Immortals to help defend against this Blink Stalker play. And there's the first one right now.
Yeah, and he's been able to move through the expansion phase with pretty good supply as well and a pretty decent attack force. Now, Blink is going to give Inca quite a bit of maneuverability. Let's see, though. Does he want to pressure? No, not quite yet.
Yeah, I don't think he wants to show Blink quite yet. But, I mean, if Creator.Prime hasn't guessed that Inca's going Blink by now...
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how much more obvious you can make it. Hey, look, I have all Stalkers. Yep.
What could that be? Now there's a Guardian Shield with the Immortal as well. The Immortal trying to get away, but the Sentries, of course, like I said, those Force Fields aren't going to offer that much against the Blink Stalkers now, but Creator trading pretty effectively there. He's even going to be able to recover some of the shields on that Immortal. Yeah,
that was the biggest problem for Creator in that fight. He took some damage on the Immortal. Blinking in, trying to target the Immortal. I don't know if that was the best idea, actually, for Inca. He's going to take a ton of damage on these Stalkers.
Yeah, yes, he is. Even though there's a couple of probes being pulled off the line right now, and that's actually not a good loss there for Creator. He is reinforcing pretty well and putting up another Immortal at the same time.
All right, so Inca continuing to pressure with the Stalkers. He was able to kill that Immortal, so that is good for him as well. And what else does he have to do? Blinking out. There's another Immortal.
But the Blink cooldown is actually gone for a little while, so the Immortal gets a couple of free shots. Oh, but then he wanders a little bit too far into the range of the Stalkers. Now starting to finally do his damage from the back, and the Stalkers for Inca are taking quite a bit of damage. Look at this, and Creator even macroing out of that, of course. He now is sitting on 2 bases, can start replenishing those workers.
Yep, I think Inca may have gone a little bit too heavily after the Immortal, but after the patch when they got the 6 range, you kind of have to. I mean, they're able to fire equally with Stalkers, and the Blink doesn't really help you all that much. You can see just lots of Stalkers dying, even with the Blink. Yeah, and Creator.Prime is going to force this back easily. Wow.
Yeah, Creator in such a good spot right now. Yeah, with that expansion, with the Robo sitting there, with everything that he's reinforcing with, it looks like Inca's starting to get a little bit desperate now, trying to poke in and do as much damage as he can. Creator just being so patient through this whole process, though. Yeah, I mean, Inca is continuing to do some damage, but you can see the supply lead keep getting a little bit bigger each fight for Creator.Prime. Yeah. And he is replenishing those workers pretty effectively, continuing with his pylons, not missing any beats. And looks like I saw a red dot over at his opponent's face, but it was probably an observer. And the Stalkers are once again taking pretty huge damage and going down quickly. Yeah, Inca's just not going to be able to break it. He's going to have to try to expand or come up with some other way to kill Creator.Prime, because it's certainly not going to happen with Blink Stalkers. Well, it's a 4th gate being added right now for Inca, so doesn't look like he intends to expand. This is do or die moment for him. Making one Zealot. That Zealot, he's going to be the key to victory for Inca. Go Zealot! Oh, he's dead. Oh. Sad. Oh. Tragic, actually. All right, so Creator continuing to warp in new units, and a bit supply blocked here, so he's going to need to get some pylons up, but with the 2 Immortals in the back, he's got plenty of firepower to start combating these Stalkers. So, yeah, I mean, Inca just continuing to do damage. Nice spread of the units, though. Many of those down into the red. Yep, absolutely. So, Inca just continuing to add on Stalkers. He's all in. I mean, there's no plans for expansion out of him at this point, it seems. All right, well, now the Stalkers really are caught there. 1 Immortal does fall, and that was only traded for 1 Stalker, of course. Some of the other Stalkers took quite a bit of damage, but still, just 1 Stalker for an Immortal. A better trade for Inca, but he still has a lot of work cut out for him. Yeah, it's not bad, but, you know, it's just not efficient. That's the thing. I mean, Creator.Prime is now nearly 20 supply ahead. You know, Inca does have fantastic Blink Micro, as we can see. He used to be just unbeatable in PvP. Yeah. But looks like Creator just playing a little bit better than him this game. Yeah, evidently these Immortals not being used for the Stalkers yet. Have to get a little bit better position, which it looks like they will. And Inca is actually taking some pretty considerable damage. Does he want to stand in here and fight it? I don't think he has the firepower to do so. Creator now up by almost 30 supply. He's playing so well right now. Wow, yeah. I mean, we might even see Inca GG after losing another fight like that. He is just falling way too far behind at this point.
Another Immortal comes out. I believe that's 2. Well, I mean, yeah, that's the thing. Inca really hasn't been able to reduce Creator.Prime below 2 Immortals very often.
Right.
Except for right now.
He does get that one there,
Except for now, yeah.
Except for exactly when we pointed out.
Yep.
But look, this Observer's still sitting overhead and is like, all right, well, you got to do something now.
Yep.
Those minerals are getting very, very low. There's no expansion for Inca. He's reinforcing a little bit slower each time. Now has a couple of Zealots with it, but Creator does have enough energy to throw up a Guardian Shield.
Yep.
And that will help quite a bit.
Another Warping of Zealots as well.
Tried to catch some units and unfortunately was not able to do so. 85 supply to 61 now, and it looks like Creator is actually going to force the game number 9 ace match.
Yeah, it certainly does look like that, because I don't know. I don't think Inca can beat Creator in this case. He's going to try. This looks like the last big attack. Oh, blinking away again. Waiting for those Zealots to get in there. It's do or die time for Inca.
Yeah, and it looks like it's going to be die time for Inca. So 3 Immortals now pushing that army back. Inca just, I don't even know why he's still holding in this game. Again, I'm not trying to like be rude to him or push him out or anything, but obviously he's not expanding. There's the GG. Knew he wasn't going to get any other traction, and so Creator takes a game back. It's now all tied up moving into game number 9.